You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1504. Today, I'm chatting with Ann Hawkins, founder of LiveEQ, about maximizing the impact of the photos you use in online advertising. And I'm so happy to welcome to Horse Tip Daily a new contributor to the show, Ann Hawkins, the founder of LiveEQ, a new app for Android and iPhone that's going to help equestrians in many, many different ways. Welcome to the show, Ann.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad to have you. One of the things that the LiveEQ app can help you with is finding a horse for sale because you're looking for one, or selling one that needs to find a new home. And Ann's going to help us out with making the best of the photographs in those ads. So tell us about what you have to say here.
Yes. So as the founder of this app, I see hundreds and hundreds of horse listings every day.
I bet you do.
I have had the opportunity to gather some insights on what works well and what gets people to take interest in a horse ad and to really click on that ad. So the first thing that I focus on is the pictures. On a LiveEQ post, the first thing a user will see is the photo, right? So that's really the make or break of someone clicking. I always say that feature photo, so the picture that you choose of like, this is it, this is number one, that should be a picture of the horse doing whatever discipline you're trying to sell it for, preferably in a professional setting like a show or a rodeo. And the reason why I say this is that people who are looking for, let's say someone's looking for a jumper, for example, their eyes are going to naturally gravitate towards pictures of a horse jumping. Same thing with dressage, running barrels, whatever the case may be. That's just kind of how we're conditioned. When we have something in mind, it's always there, like in the back of our head. So when we see that visual example of it, we're going to just stop our eyes right there and click. So first and foremost, get a good picture at your local show, your local rodeo, or if you're at the bigs, get a picture there, even better, right? And make that your feature picture.
There you go. That makes perfect sense. Because you need to have that half a second. It's a little bit like Tinder. Tinder for horses. You're going to swipe and swipe and swipe, and oh, look at the beautiful blonde hair. Makes perfect sense. Are there things that you see a lot of ad feature pictures doing that you go, oh, I wish they wouldn't?
Yes. One thing that I would say is having that feature picture be sort of like your horse's glamour shot. This is something that as an owner, it kind of makes sense to do, right? Because your horse is beautiful and you have a beautiful picture of your horse standing in a field and it just looks like a majestic angel, right? And so you want to use that as the feature picture. Definitely put that in the subsequent pictures, but that first picture should really be like, this is what my horse does, so that someone can stop and click. So that's what I would say is kind of the most common thing that I see that isn't necessarily bad, right? But it's not maybe optimal for that posting to get clicked on.
There you go. So LiveEQ, the app, if you are a website person, you can go to liveeq.com and there's lots of really cool stuff there, including the blog, which I found very distracting. Caution ahead of time. It's going to waste your time because there's cool stuff in there. What are some of the main features of that app that are really going to help out horse people?
Yeah, LiveEQ is a free mobile app for equestrians. You can find horses, obviously, we just talked about, but you can also find stables, jobs, events, trainers, and service providers, which we just launched. So service providers will cover like farriers, equine dentists, chiropractors, et cetera, in any location that they're looking in. So we have advanced filtering on each category so people can quickly find things that fit their price range or their riding discipline. We have filters for like amenities, for example, at stables so that users can find barns that have individual turnout, for example. So it's really a place for people to very quickly and easily find what they're looking for. On the flip side, the app does help professionals quite a bit. It's free for all users. So if you're a barn manager, it's free. It doesn't matter what kind of equestrian you are, totally free to use. But the profile listings are designed in a way that will showcase your stable in a very very beautiful way. If you're a service provider, you can create a service provider listing for your business and promote it there, have your website, your phone number, some videos, things like that. So it's just a way for all equestrians to come together and just feel at home and get things done. That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. And what operating systems does it work on, and how much does the app cost?
It works on iOS and Android. So you can go to the Apple Store and download it. LiveEQ, same thing on the Google Store, and it's free. So just go ahead and download and get started.
It's free. LiveEQ.com, or go to your App Store and LiveEQ or LiveEQ if you want to be one of the cool kids. Thanks a lot, Anne.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Horse Radio Network has thousands of engaging podcasts for horse people, and you can have them sent right to your phone. Just subscribe via your favorite podcast player. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.